Calculate the total perimeter of the sector. Well, we know this length here is 30, yeah, because it's just the radius again. We just want this arcy bit here, this arc length here, which is essentially, yeah, a part of the circumference. Okay, so we could work out the full circumference, couldn't we? Okay, doing pi times diameter, but ultimately, to get the arc then, we only want a small fraction in this case of that. So the fraction will be 42 out of 360 times then the circumference, okay, which would be 3.14, and then the diameter, of course, would be double the radius. So on my calculator, I'm going to type in 42 over 360 times 3.14 times 60, and I get 21.98. Okay, we usually go for 1 decimal place rounding, so if I rounded this to 1 decimal place, that would be 22.0, wouldn't it? Okay, so then to get the perimeter, you can add then the 2 radii there, and then the 22.0 here. Okay, so we can even put 22 there. So what do we get? 82 centimeters then for the perimeter. Part B then says the sector of a circle of radius 30 has an area 534 as shown below. So calculate the size of angle X. Now this one you've got to work backwards, okay, because the angle is what we were trying to figure out, but they've actually given you information here about the area of the sector. Okay, so you could start off the question by saying that. You could say, look, the sector area is equal to 534, and think about then, how do you work out the sector area? Well, remember, to work out the sector area, it's a fraction, isn't it, of the area of the full circle. So we know the area of the full circle is pi r squared, and this sector is just a fraction of it, and the fraction will be, of course, the angle out of 360. So it's a fraction of the area here, okay, pi r squared. Well, we know pi is 3.14, and we know then the radius in this case is 30, so 30 squared. So we have that there. And what I perhaps do is I perhaps work that out first here. So 3.14 times 30 squared. So I get then x over 360 times, and it comes to 2826. And then to work out x, just think about a bit of algebra here. You're dividing by 360. So if we take that over the other side, we're going to end up by timesing by 360, aren't we? Because when you take it up, go from divide to times, and then that you'll have x. Well, we could take our time on it if you wanted to have x times 286 on that side. But to get x on its own then, you need to appreciate, because you're timesing by that, take it over and divide. So you can do all this in one go if you want to. Essentially, that's the calculation we need to work out. So if I do that on my calculator, and I get out 68, so it's 0.02. So I'm going to go for the nearest whole here because it's 0.0. And we've got our answer, 68 degrees.